Signore e signori, benvenuti allo stadio.
Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. We're up and running then. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict.
Inter definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
And this is Hullet, and this is Sneijder. Sneijder was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Sneijder. Sneijder, crunching tackle. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Threads one in, Donatoni.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, don't worry too much about sophistication and style where Gennaro Gattuso's involved, but my goodness me, despite all of that, he's priceless to any team, isn't he?
Yeah, he's living proof of the benefits of keeping it simple, Peter.
Chance for a shot! Goal, Milan! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Now he's got space here. That has been cut short. Now it's Donatoni. Not the most convincing of passes. Oh, no joy this time. Gattuso. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Gattuso. Sneijder. And now the breakaway. Looking for options for movement. Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And here's Batistuta. He's picked his way through. Rui Costa. Chance! We've got a goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a throw. Played into the box. Cleared without hesitation. Tries to play it through. Played through for the wide man. And it's Gattuso. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Can he spark a counter here? That's a nicely shaped ball. Nesta. Thuram, who's set up one goal so far. And it's Zambrotta. To Schneider. And it's Zambrotta. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Zanetti. That's a good foray he's making. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. No way he was going to be out-muscled. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rui Costa. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Nesta gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Zambrotta. Inzaghi going after that. And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 7. Schneider.
Milan get the second half started.
Numero 80. Ronaldinho. Lasciano il campo
Kone.
per il numero 15.
Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Driven in.
That's good defensive concentration.
Kone. Now it's Kone. Couldn't squeeze it through. Chance here to counter. Rui Costa conjures time and space where few can. Zanetti got a long way forward to join the attack. Now it's Hunnit. Goes for a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan have their lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Rui Costa. And the pass is intercepted. Nedved, he's got away. Now this could be a chance. And that is headed for the middle.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 81.007 spettatori.
And we have our very first corner. Nedved goes short. And that has been slung wide. Impressive jump! Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Oh, shooting chance! Has another go! And that's a sharp finish. And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. Rafael Leao at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Nedved. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Of course, there's a question mark over the keeper on his near post there, but it was such a clever finish to spot the gap and find it.
Milan palpably stronger, better, superior.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He's one-on-one, shot, decent chance! It's a goal! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absent. Inzaghi! Oh, terrific save.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Milan have their second corner now. Opts to play it back. He's having a shot! Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though. Filippo Inzaghi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rui Costa gets on his bike and on the move. Desai pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. DiMarco promptly onto that, and that is that. Well read, nice interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Knocks it into space. And the finish! And it's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10. Lascia il campo per il numero 16.
Baturina proves too strong. And here's Zielinski. He fires the shot! Superb from Zielinski! A finish of true class! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Indica 6 minuti di recupero.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. Schneider, and he shoots! Keeper always had the measure of that. Defending of the desperate variety. Paris ended up in no man's land. Guendouzi tries one from range. Oh, denied at the last. This is their second corner of the game. The Rossi clears it away. And the shot! Zambrotta. Great vision. And we're done. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Milan can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.